Retail media, network data, and travel data are very different. Retail media data really focuses on consumption and purchase and really that lower funnel. And travel media data actually has the ability to target the entire funnel from high level awareness all the way down to purchase intent. And when you think about the different signals that travel data has, we can really mine for financial impact, psychographic, behavioral. Kinective works with TransUnion, so we're able to really look at data compared to spending power outside of travel from a financial perspective, from a psychographic perspective. We obviously know if you're a solo traveler traveling for leisure, or maybe you're traveling for business, or with a lap infant, and we know you're going somewhere with your family, and we can use those signals to target the right message at the right time. And behaviorally, when you're sitting on our planes, we know what type of content you're engaging with on our in-flight entertainment. So are you a pop culture enthusiast? Or do you visit one of our clubs or lounges and like an elevated experience? And all of those are signals, far beyond what I think just general retail media can offer. And I think as far as why people should care, travelers are obviously kind of a pre-qualified audience, right? They have money to spend, more disposable income. They spend money on things that matter to them, and they're also super loyal. Mileage Plus is the standard of United Airlines, and we have a ton of loyal passengers who are loyal to us, as well as the brands that really matter to them.
Alissa, data collaboration has become a big topic, particularly with the rise of retail media and commerce media networks. But there's also a lot of challenges there with that first-party data.
Yeah.
How does Kinective Media enable data collaboration?
Yeah, so I have to say that all things that United does with data are in a privacy-compliant way. We are seeing a lot of success working with clean rooms. Like I mentioned, our Mileage Plus audience is 63 million, and we have a ton of data on that addressable audience, and so we can really suppress or target with our partners using their data married with ours to send the right message to those people. We're also creating really robust first-party segments for our partners based on who they're trying to target. Like I mentioned, we have a ton of signals outside of just travel that we can use to do in a very clean way. I think the other thing that really sets Kinective apart is the cleanliness of this data, right? When you think about the one-to-one addressability, you have to be you to sit on our airplane. There's no way around it. You've proven it 4 times through TSA. And also using our app or your Mileage Plus login, that's a very individual, personal experience. And some other retail media networks, like I know for myself, my husband and I share a login to some shopping apps, right? And so who you're really hitting is questionable. But with us and Mileage Plus, as well as in air, there's no way around it. You are you, and we're able to collaborate using that data.
AI is another big topic in terms of how companies are using it to break through some of the barriers to data collaboration and other uses of data. What's the actual use case that's working? And in terms of better audience targeting, is it creative personalization or something else entirely in terms of the way Kinective uses it?
Yeah, I think United is using AI in a lot of ways. One way is through our Hemispheres platform, which is content around travel. And so we have created a generative AI bar within that ecosystem that allows people to not only book their travel with us, but maybe plan their travel with us. And so 3 Perfect Days is a trademark of United Airlines where we're going to different destinations and telling people how to spend their time there. And now using AI, people can search and mine through that data to really, enhance their trip. So we're using it from a content perspective. We also are using it to just send relevant messaging to the right people at the right moment so that our passengers feel heard. They know that we're directing messages directly to them, whether that's where they're coming from or where they're going. So we're doing a lot right now, but I think the real exciting part is once Starlink is rolled out on our entire fleet, which will enable fast, free internet for all Mileage Plus passengers, we'll really be able to leverage that creative personalization, measurement, real-time optimization in the air, which is super exciting for partners and will all be enabled by AI.
So with the proliferation of retail media networks, and especially in this case, commerce media, how should advertisers prioritize which commerce media partnerships actually drive incremental reach versus audience overlap? Is there, what are the choices there and what aren't the choices maybe?
Yeah, I think, obviously all of these different media networks have incremental reach. I think for United, we're traveling with 173 million passengers every year. So the just wide range of people that are engaging with our brand is pretty amazing. We also just partnered with JetBlue. And so starting next year, we'll also ingest those audience figures as well as all the people on their flights. So from just scope alone, we're hitting a very wide unduplicated reach. But I think what really matters more is just the attention metrics that we're able to deliver. We're all travelers. Many people traveled here for the Beet Retreat. You know that when you are sitting in one of our airplanes, you are a very captive audience. There is nowhere to go but a bathroom, and you're 12 inches from a screen and engaging with content, maybe a movie you didn't see in the theaters, or you're engaging with a new show that you don't currently have the streaming app. And so we have a very engaged audience, and so the attention metrics combined with this huge number of people that we're hitting has really, I think, set us apart in this space. And I think, as I mentioned before, just the ability to really hone in on people at the right moment, at the right time. When you look at the wide range of networks, United has these people's attention for 7 to 10 hours on a travel day. From the time you're checking in to get your boarding pass to when you land. Obviously, we have off-site opportunities as well. But if you think about a potential rideshare partner, definitely not 7 to 10 hours. The amount of time you're in a retail location, hopefully not 7 to 10 hours. And so being able to use that wide amount of time and then deliver relevant messaging at the right moment throughout that journey. So if it's somebody checking in for a flight, that's an amazing moment for a rideshare partner like Lyft to message to them and impact that decision of how they're getting to the airport. If you think about in the lounge, we partner with Instacart to enable free delivery while you're traveling, and that's a great moment while you're thinking about, I'm traveling and I'm going to be staying in an Airbnb and maybe I want to get my groceries delivered before I get there. And so, the amount of time plus the attention plus that wide audience is really how we are winning.